So in recent years, an increasing number of young Nigerians, able-bodied Nigerians, smart, intelligent, the creme de la creme Nigerians have chosen to emigrate, to search for better prospects in Canada, in London, in America, in Ireland, in Australia, Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, in Germany, even Russia. We have one, I went to Russia, right?
Cyprus.
In Cyprus. They've all gone. Not the rasa, the creme. However, our former governor, we always remember he's a former governor instead of a minister, just for a minister, a former minister, encouraged as Mr. Babatunde Fashola, encouraged young people while he was speaking recently not to remain more impactful and make their contributions at home. According to him, remain in the country and pursue leadership roles rather than seek opportunities abroad. Despite Nigeria's current economic difficulties, stay home. Why are you going? I stayed home. He now started giving examples of other people. The owner of Ganza is home. The owner of, I think he was saying Toyota, Elizade. He mentioned quite a number of big names of manufacturers who have actually created jobs over the years, who had the opportunity to go abroad in their day. Many of them chose to come back home, and many even didn't bother traveling abroad. Now, these are the examples we should take, because the economy at the time, too, for those citizens there was really bad, but they stayed back to create. So he's advising Nigerians to stay back. What are your thoughts on this? This is a conversation we've had in different dimensions on this table. It was important for us to have it again and to continually have it. You can call us on 081-0764 1679 090-241-63440. You can also send us messages on X and YouTube. We'll be happy to read your messages. Who would like to go first? Okay. Mikey? Okay.
You go first.
Go ahead.
Because I know
what are your thoughts?
We are not going to agree, right?
Well, we all know that. We all, on this table, on your view, Mr. Fashola is a friend of the house. He's our person. So we don't try to dissect him too much, but on this matter, we are divided, and it's okay.
We love and respect him. Yes. He has great views, great insights. He's a good leader. Anybody should emulate. But on this matter, I disagree with you, sir. And I'm disagreeing with you because not everybody would be a successful entrepreneur. Not everybody has the capacity to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody can sit down and quickly think up solutions for problems around. Some people can just want to be normal. They're not asking for too much. They want to be able to eat. They want to be able to feed. They want to be able to have the basics of life. They want to be able to take care of their family, immediate family, extended family, have a normal life. Well, one bungalow is okay. One car is okay. Whether I have a car or not, if the transport service is working, I'm fine. I go to work, I come back. Weekends, we hang out with friends, we eat the barbecue and all of that. I face my work, and it's okay for them. Not everybody would aspire to perspire so that they don't retire. Not everybody is in that category. Now, what happens to those people in the category where you have...
It's the way Mariah looked at you.
She wanted to...
So that you don't retire.
She wanted to make sure that she heard right.
Why are you reading?
I saw that.
You're misreading my look.
If I forget my thoughts, I will not be happy.
You are misreading my look. Please go ahead.
Sorry, I just did...
I saw that.
But you people understood what I was trying to say.
Yes.
Not everybody would be in that space where they are motivating other people. They are trying to get other people to do business. They're trying to get other people to conquer their world. Not everybody will be that. We have majority of Nigerians who just want normal lives, and it's okay for them to have that. But does our system give them that opportunity to have that? Why am I saying this? I have a couple of friends who struggled after we graduated from school, serious struggle to get a job, to even stay in the job, to even be able to pay their bills. It was difficult and they were gifted, skilled individuals. They are not interested in business. They cannot do business. They just want to work. I finish, I get a job in a place, I work, and I take care of my family. They could not get something substantial to survive in this economy. And so they decided to travel. And now they are doing well. They are not winning awards or becoming celebrities or anything, no. But they are doing well. Some of them I've heard have been able to buy their own houses through mortgage. They have brand new cars. Before the new phone is coming out, they have purchased it with ease. They have the basics. Their children attend good schools, and that life is okay for them. And they're doing well in their corporations. So should I have sat down? Yes, abroad. Should I have sat down to say, no, you're not a patriot, that's why you traveled. You should have stayed there to solve issues. Me, I'm staying here. I'm still having issues of surviving. My business is one step away from shutting down. This is me who is a patriot, who is going through all the pains that Nigeria is giving to me. And then I'll advise somebody else not to go. No, we can't do that. What we can do, or what we should focus on doing, is to create an enabling environment so that those normal people out there who just want normal lives can thrive. While those of us who want abnormal lives can also thrive. Okay. When we focus on that, people by themselves will choose to stay and not to go. But if you come from a certain category where you can afford to travel, you can afford to fly, you can afford to, you want to do business, you have connect, you talk to this person, talk to them, they support you, you do your business. It's easy for you to look and say, why are you going? Stay, you can make it work. It's not always like that with those people at that level. Okay, we'll come back to you. Let me come to you. Amaka, you want to say something on this?
Yes, yeah. Well, I want to say, it's easy to say people should stay back. We need to understand something, that not everybody came from an environment or an upbringing where they feel that they have the enabling environment to thrive in Nigeria. They feel like, you know what, if I can get a scholarship, maybe I'm trying to get a scholarship in Nigeria, and maybe we don't have certain things within our educational system for me to get that, and I can apply for a scholarship abroad to migrate and get a better future. Why not? So, like BC rightly said, we need to also put a lot of things within our systems to enable Nigerians to stay back. If you're not dealing with discos, you're dealing with the banks that don't want to give entrepreneurial loans. Nigerians, we are so good at saying things, coming up with policies, regulations that we never implement. They will say, okay, there are loan systems for SMEs, MSMEs, and say, most times people are not getting it. So how do you want them to be entrepreneurial? These young people are really trying. They say the youths are lazy. I don't believe that Nigerian youths are lazy. Nigerian youths are trying. But then they feel frustrated. Have you looked at the rent system like in Lagos, in Abuja? How many young people can afford it? And then they're not sleeping. They have to get up early. They have to. The whole system is just not helping these young people thrive. Even if you're creative now, you need an environment that can enable you create. So it's one thing to say, oh, people are not being patriotic. People are traveling. What are we getting in Nigeria? Most times you have the money. For those people that have the money, you're not getting value for your money. To be able to thrive as an entrepreneur, you want to apply for jobs at government agencies and stuff. Everything is just rigorous. I don't know what's going on, so I don't accept what he's saying. I just believe that everybody do you. If Nigeria works for you, do you. Everybody that works for you, just be happy and thrive. That's it.
Okay, let me hear your thoughts on this before I come in.
You see, I hear what you say about the enabling environment. I agree that the environment here is not enabling. But we, I think, have to start to try and hold our government accountable so that they enable the environment. Because I do not agree with us all leaving the shores of this country. Because when you go there, whether you like it or not, you're not even a second-class citizen, because they will put Indians who are fairer than you above you. So you are like third, fourth, or fifth class, because they will put Russian. They will put, let's say you're in England now, they will put all those Eastern European countries above you. So you are down on the ladder. You are, as a black person, I see the way they treat my people, and for me, it's very painful. I see, and it pains me because a lot of our government officials go abroad, and instead of them coming and even come and make Nigeria like that, they come and they will carry all their money and go there, which is the problem. You know, I don't want to make it about government, but I'm saying I hate that we all are leaving Nigeria. I hate it. You are talking to someone today, and then, I've left. You are left? Yeah, where have you gone? You have gone abroad? How many of us are left here now? Because my family, we have all decided to stay here.
We're still many.
We are still many, but plenty people have gone. No, I say you will just text somebody. I'm no more in the country. Where are you? I'm in Canada. I'm in Keniko. Where are you all going? You know, I'm wishing that we would all stay and fight together. I'm really wishing it. I know that it's not a good situation because I am suffering it too, but when we all go, now person make that place like that too.
You see, there are two things. There are 3 or 4 ways of looking at this thing, right? You know, YK said something. I like to tackle YK, not tackle. I like to just come to you first because you always say this thing. This phrase of hold government accountable for me is just it has been watered down. It doesn't even make any sense to me anymore in 2024. When you say hold government, which government are you holding accountable? You see, when you live abroad, you can say I'll hold you accountable because when you talk about issues, you raise issues, then people discuss and try to push. You do petitions, people resign. Here, you talk. My father has spoken. Your father spoke. They all. I keep saying it. They spoke. Becker and some because they all spoke. They've been holding government accountable since I was a child. Nothing has happened. That's all. It's not about holding government accountable. We can talk all we want. What we need to do is get involved. That's where I differ. Stop saying you want to hold anybody accountable. You become accountable first. You begin to participate in governance. And I think where Fashola was coming in here, he's saying, he was talking to young people. And I experienced something similar to what he's saying because I've been invited to a lot of secondary school graduation. And I think I complained on this table. I went to about 4 in May, or is it this year? And all of them, I was looking at the brochure. Everybody was going abroad. There was not one Nigerian university because they listed all the names of the students and the universities they've gotten admission into. Not one. I went to my own alma mater. I went to two or three other ones. Same thing. And I was just depressed. What is going on here? They are shipping them abroad. Now, so what Fashola is saying for Nigerian university graduates, he's telling them, don't just pack it because all of them are not even thinking of creating, which I'll come back to your own point. They're not thinking of what do I do to help the Nigerian economy. They're thinking of which uncle do I have in which country that can help me, that can do paperwork, that can help me live. Nobody's even thinking of Nigeria anymore. That is danger.
Morayo,
that is dangerous. That
Morayo,
your young people are not even thinking of Nigeria.
Let me say something
in the
to
list.
you.
Yes.
Then you blame the parents because most parents.
God bless you.
Most parents are saying,
yes.
When my child graduates, she is going to England,
London.
Yeah. Then you still come back to government because they have. When you go to University of Ife now, you will be there for 10 years, for 4 years. My brother's, one of my brother's adopted sons, he passed his exam about 3-4 years ago. About 2-3 years ago. He was there for like 10 years old. Mother that went abroad, finished and came out. He still has not graduated.
You can imagine.
So why are you blaming?
Okay,
parents?
but no, wait.
No, why are you blaming?
That's why there are different reasons.
That's why
there are different reasons. It can't be only the school issue. There are other issues.
We also talk about
they strike. This one, this one. Apart from ASU striking, this one striking, then lecturer can't die with all the results.
And there's no data. There's no data for succession plan.
So Waki, let me.
Yeah.
But yes. You see, I think where I'm holding us accountable, parents, is I think, and schools too, expose your children to the universities here. They are private universities. My brother has 2 sons that are university age. One chose to stay here. The other one chose to go abroad. The one that chose to go abroad, he never make any. Yes, but the one that has decided to stay here, and he's in a good university. I went to visit him in the university. I was so proud for him. I was so happy for him. And he's happy. And he's doing business. And he's a university student.
Thank you. Why can't
you pause there?
Wait. You know your side. Just pause. Hear us out. See, I love where you went to. Because I met somebody who was telling me that, I will mention the name of the Covenant University. He said that, Morayo, everybody I hired from that school is top-notch.
They're exceptional.
They're exceptional, not just like a few others. The truth is, yes, our government universities might have issues. But the reason why I always debate government universities is because it is these government university graduates that go abroad, take a few courses, excel, and still become doctors. It's not see. So don't say that. Because they have a foundation. I told you my own personal experience. How they used to make me read in Nigeria. I went to the abroad. They drew the fly. They labeled it for me. I mean, I was like, I was cramming my head because that's how we're raised. So when we go there, we excel. We excel. No. Listen now. I'm just saying. I'm making you understand that this Nigerian graduate is almost very more useful because you know what? He's a raw Nigerian. He sees the Nigerian problem. He's already doing business in the university. He comes out as a solution provider to his own economy. You bring somebody who is over there. He's born there. He's not even sure how to help in Africa. He knows he wants to help Africa. He knows Africa is like a third world. But he's not sure. He comes in as a total stranger. And he's wondering, okay, where do I fit in? Those people, they end up just working for somebody. They're not real creators in many instances.
Not all of us will create. That's why people need to understand. Hold on, Amaka, please. Not all of us will create. Yeah. Not all of us will be the heads. Not all of us will run businesses. Not all of us will be CEOs. And it's okay. Why do we have this mentality that if you are not a CEO, if you are not creating something, you have failed? Some of us are made to work for others.
That's okay.
And that's it. Yeah. And that's their goal, and that's their life,
and they'll
be successful in it.
Exactly.
I have people around me now who have been working for people. They will work for people for the rest of their life, and they're successful, and that's okay. So let's not make it look like you have failed if you do not create a solution. Working for somebody in itself is creative. It's giving solutions to problems. If they don't need your skill, they will not employ you. So me that I'm creating a business, which people will work for me if everybody's creating their own business?
No, it's my turn to talk when she's done.
Yes. Let me land my point. Now you're saying we should blame parents. How do you blame a parent whose child is in the university 8 years for a course of 3 years or 4 years? And then they come out, the system blocks you in such a way that they cannot employ you after 26 because you are past the employment age. There was a story I was also supposed to take on this, I think one of these organizations, FIRS or something, that said they only want fresh graduates. And a lot of people were disenfranchised from those jobs because they've passed the age. Then you come out from school, the school has delayed you, you now do NYSC. By the time you come out, you're 27, 28, no job is waiting for you. And you say we should be patriotic. We have something, we have to look forward to something to be able to change. Not everybody has somebody they can call to help them. The majority of Nigerians, majority of students, when they graduate, have no hope of where they are going to see food. Leave creating now. All of us cannot create.
I'll come to Amaka 1 second. Let me just try to let her drink some water. The truth is, where Nigeria is, where we are as a nation, what we need are creators. Because where the governments were going, the economies were going to, at some point in their democracy, 50, 100 years ago, somebody created Deloitte. Somebody created JP Morgan. Somebody created Walmart. Somebody sat down and said, okay, what can I do? So is that creation that we need? We are taking a step back. I'm not saying that we all can be creators. I agree with you. But I'm saying where we are today as a nation, we are not where America is. Rewind America 500 years back and see where we are. We need creators.
But we need people. Creators.
We need. So it's a different model.
We have creators.
I'm just saying that.
Are they surviving?
Where I'm saying is that we need people to create the industry for those people we are saying to come and work. It's until I create that someone like who just wants to work and have a family can thrive. Let me come to you, Amaka.
Yes. YK, my question for you is how many people or parents can afford private university? Let's start from that one, first of all. Do you understand how many people can afford private university? Because the angle you're coming from is coming from a place of privilege. Tomorrow, you're running 10 steps ahead of where we are. Yes, because we as human beings and individuals, we're a product of our environment.
Thank you.
When did our educational curriculum change? They've not even started implementing entrepreneurship skill sets in our universities. What they are still teaching is you have to be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer.
That's not true.
Let me talk. No, yes.
That's not true.
So you cannot say that people should create. Have you taught a child
how to critically think?
How to critically think?
Amaka,
how to create? If from the school system and the educational system, after how many years? 2024 is the first time. They've not even implemented it. It's just a policy that they now want to start teaching entrepreneurship. They want to start teaching skill sets and everything. How do you expect these children to know? We're a product of our environment. And then we talked about rebranding Nigeria. The reason why my parents studied abroad, and the reason why they moved back to Nigeria was because there was a brand that they were selling Nigeria as a brand that when you go to school abroad and you come back, you have a job, they'll give you a flat, they'll give you a car, there's something to look forward to. Now, all we hear as kids are complaints, Nigeria go better, you know, go better, complain. So if kids are hearing the negativity of Nigeria,
how would they
expect them to want to stay here?
That is my point. That is my point.
Thank you.
Look, I was at the airport the other day. And the guy that was pushing the trolley asked me for money. I asked my friend, I'll see my friend, I said, I don't carry money. He said, anyway, we take dollar. In fact, now Naira don't spoil. Naira is useless. So I said to him, yes, but let's try and make it. Let's stop bringing our money down. Me, don't pay me in dollar, pay me in Naira. I don't subscribe to everything should be done in dollars. Let it be done in Naira. It has to start from somewhere. I believe it has to start from somewhere. And I'm not a rich person. I'm not saying I'm suffering, but I'm not a rich person. I'm not somebody that tomorrow I want to go abroad. I'm not. So, but I believe in my Naira. I love my... Look,
okay, let me ask you.
Listen, I love my Naira. I know they can abuse it or it's a useless currency. But me, Naira, it's there for me. Naira, they live.
Okay, let me add to what you're saying, and I'll go on a break. You see, I hear you. You guys, if we listen to your argument, it's actually very valid. But what I would like Nigerians to do is look at all the sides. You see, when I go for these speaking engagements, you see, I think I'm not even going to stop going for speaking engagement at schools because it irks me. When other speakers are speaking, 90% of what they are saying is demarketing Nigeria. This country, the government is bad, the corruption. You keep reminding your children. You keep painting the picture from primary school to secondary school to university. And the kids are on the bleachers. Nigeria, never. You are programming them to hate their country. It happened consistently. What I'm saying is we must take responsibility for what we are telling our children, even those in Nigeria and those abroad, those that ran away, right? They take down Africa. If we mess up, I'll take it to Africa. If I mess up, I'll take it to Nigeria. If you disobey me, Nigeria now becomes a place where you go when there's a problem. So we demarket our country subconsciously and also consciously. We do that to our children. So when they graduate, and that's where Fashola is coming in, that you are graduating, you want to live because nobody has sold you a Nigerian dream.
Morayo.
Do we have a Nigerian dream?
We have a Nigerian dream.
Tell us the dream.
Tell us the dream.
We'll tell you the dream.
This is...
Because your own dream, you are expecting me to give you a dream like the American dream.
Yes!
That's your problem. No, we should have a problem. The Nigerian problem is the middle class. You know what the American dream is. That's your problem. You know what the American dream is, and you want us
should know the Nigerian dream.
So why can come to you? The reason why they want us to give them a Nigerian dream, because in their mind, they've been told about Uncle Sam. See, the man on the street doesn't care about Uncle Sam. The guy who the Dafo driver doesn't care. He doesn't even know what Uncle Sam is. But you that have gone abroad, you know, American dream. Nigeria should have a Nigerian dream. Our own dream is different. Our own perspective is different.
Where is our
dream? Must not be like the American dream.
Never get
it. Doesn't have to be like an American dream.
This is where I will blame our leaders.
Okay, you Antonio, I don't like this your leader game.
Let me tell you why I will blame our leaders. Because all these leaders go abroad. All these leaders have houses abroad.
They don't even have dreams.
They have houses abroad. They will go there. They will see Third Road in London.
They will dream American dream there.
For them, on Third Road is satisfactory for them.
They cannot implement it.
What nonsense? Because if you start, it's the same way I tell your parents. It's your parents that are demarketing Nigeria. It's your government that are demarketing Nigeria.
Thank you.
Not us. Not us.
Yes, not me.
Speak for yourself.
Not me.
NEPA has not allowed me to sleep. How much more dream? then when I try to even sleep small with the disco band aid that I'm paying.
Mosquito.
Something will just happen.
You cannot dream anything.
The national grid will not fall.
Every day.
Let's go on a break.
Every day, national grid.
Let's go on a break. Thanks for staying with us. We're going to take a few comments on social media. And while you're looking at those comments, I think all of us have valid reasons. Because somebody was telling me during the break that Nigeria is hard. And nobody's disputing that. And I think everybody else totally agrees that Nigeria is difficult. But I think the angle is, in these difficult times, some of us will leave. I have always advocated that don't stop Nigerians from leaving. just create an environment where those who have left
can come
back, because that's what we need. I was in school with people, Indians, who were waiting for the last day exam to go back home. They didn't even care. They just wanted to go back to their country. So there are these things there's a way you create an environment where no matter somebody's staying abroad for 30 years, he knows that, oh, Nigeria is now available. They need my services and I can go back.
We're on our page.
No, that's always been my perspective. But in this conversation, my view is he was talking to young graduates.
Okay.
And the view is that young graduates must be given a vision of what Nigeria can look like. I've always said in this media industry, that Nollywood is constantly telling us what we are doing, who we are as a people. Nollywood must stop giving us what we already know, that the policeman will stop your collect 20 naira. That's what we know. Nollywood must paint a picture that a policeman actually solves your case. Nollywood must paint a picture that they do the same way the LAPD, NYPD. No. Wait, let me finish this. The point is that somebody sold NYPD to the boy in Kentucky. The village boy in Alabama has no clue about NYPD. Somebody in Hollywood painted a picture for NYPD and he's looking forward to be a policeman in NYPD. The point I'm trying to make, I'm almost done. The point I'm trying to make is that we, as a people, must begin to paint a picture, a new picture for the Nigerian youth to begin to believe that Nigeria can move forward. If all keep saying it's bad, trust me, all of us are going to leave this country.
See, let me just tell you, if you are talking about American film, they only talk the truth. They talk about NYPD, they talk about corrupt police.
You know those Americans, I said there's dustbin on the floor. Come on, YK,
they are painting the picture of how their society is. They talk about corrupt police in NYPD. Yes, they talk about correct police in NYPD. Nollywood, I'm not going to tell you of the policeman that will say, oh, welcome. No. Why? Because that's not their reality. They will only tell you their reality. It is for you now to look at that reality and change it. That is, we have to change the narrative.
Let me tell you something, YK. Wait, I'll come to you guys. You know me, I like when YK takes me on like this. Don't look at America today. There was a movie that came out about HIV/AIDS in the 90s with, is it Tom Hanks or something? I can't remember the name of the Philadelphia. Then we didn't know much about HIV/AIDS until that movie Philadelphia came out. The point I'm trying to make is that Hollywood has a way of changing the mindset of people. All the gadgets you are seeing, they started using them first in the movies. All the planes that we're seeing, the kind of Boeing 747, they start all the things, all the technology where you press something and something appears on screen. We saw it first in the Hollywood movies. They project the future to the people. And you think, oh, America is so great. They have this spot in your president. Somebody shows up. Listen,
before America projected that.
Somebody painted a picture. I am saying that Nigeria, in different ways, in our Hollywood, in our schools, in our conversations, we must begin to paint a better picture of Nigeria. That's the point.
Morayo. Yeah, I was making much more money when I was living and working in the UK than the company and when I moved back to Nigeria, right? But I moved back for the Nigerian dream as an oil and gas lawyer. I felt that my country is an oil-producing country. And I felt that instead of staying back in the UK, that I could take the policies, especially with gas flaring and everything that was happening, and come back to Nigeria and work here. And I took a way pay cut to move back to Nigeria. Because of the Nigerian dream, because I wanted to give back. But what's going on? Even the oil and gas sector. It took over 10 years for even the PIA to become an act of anything to happen. So what are you talking about? We have the Nigerian dream. We love Nigeria. We came back to Nigeria. I took a way pay cut to be here. But how far? Nigeria.
So first of all, we don't have Nigerian dream. Exactly. I don't know what people are talking about.
We have Nigerian
No, hold on. Nigerian dream means that we come and agree on a vision. And say, okay, this is where we are going. In the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, this is where we want Nigeria to be. And then everybody comes together, especially, first of all, the leaders, who will not be marketing the country. You are blaming me, I'm blaming Amaka, who is trying to get the child to graduate from school and get a job, and how to survive, that they are demarketing Nigeria. Meanwhile, the policymakers of the said country that has a dream travel out for their own health care.
What?
All their children.
All of their girls are abroad.
Still abroad for their own. All their houses are abroad. The resources that they make here, they spend it and they squander it abroad. We, the normal citizens who are struggling,
are the ones to blame.
We see all of these things happening, and we're finding a way, how do I make my child relevant in this country that does not even respect me?
Do not blame us.
In this country that does not even have data. If anything happens to me, how do I survive? Do I go to TV and start begging people to help me for healthcare? Yeah. How do I survive? You are blaming me. Meanwhile, the people who sit at the helm all about it. You want me to think for them, where they are supposed to be thinking for me with my tax-paying money.
Excuse me.
How is that going to work?
Okay. Excuse me.
We do not have a Nigerian
not
dream.
blame us.
So hold on, Wake. We do not have a Nigerian dream, but we can sit and begin to talk about that Nigerian dream. And now put strategies in place to make sure that everybody at the helm of affairs complies to the Nigerian dream. I don't have to tell my child that Nigeria is bad. My child is seeing. My child is seeing how I'm struggling to pay NEPA. My child is seeing how I'm struggling to get water. My child is seeing how I'm getting generator.
We know what your child is seeing, but we must have a dream. We must, listen, we must ensure, and we must hold them accountable if they are not doing that dream for us. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I have to wrap up because we have a guest. But before you start saying you sit down and agree on a dream, go and tell the downfall driver that you told that to obey the traffic light has refused to obey the traffic light. You and I that have refused to obey the common traffic lights. Tell them to obey the law and say this is the law we have as agreeable. We have agreed that don't throw dustbin in the drainages so that you don't have malaria. The point is that we as a people,
I was on third mainland. I think the convoy of the Senate President was passing at 120.
So all of us. So why can the point?
Kilometers per hour. And it's 80 kilometers.
The point I have always made.
It starts from our leaders. I repeat.
The point I have always said, YK, and I will always say, thank God I'm the moderator, is that both leaders and the people are equally at stake in this.
No.
Equally. I will stand by it.
70%.
All of us must have, all of us, because that leader did not come from Mars.
It doesn't matter where you
that leader did not come. That leader did not come from Spain.
Yes.
That leader did not come from China. That leader did not come from Venus or Mars. He came from this country. He's part of the people, and that's what made him a leader. That's why he's doing to us what we will do to him if we're in that place. Let's go on a break. We'll come back. We continue with our show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.